Now, we just got done with a video where I classified it as the hardest possible rebuild. Somebody down in the comment section also suggested a fantastic idea. Can you build a team full of busts? Not only that, I'm gonna make it even harder, and can we win a national championship with only busts? If it's too hard and we don't get enough players along the journey, then simply we will alter it where you can go down overall, but only by a certain amount. So let's lock in, let's see how we go, and let's try and have some fun with it.
Crow's stupid experiments.
But what's goody fellas, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be attempting the bust only rebuild. We're going to be rocking out with UTEP. I had no direction with a team, so I just went with a 1-star. Our head coach name is best of a bad situation. Every single person on the team will be cut at the end of the season because the players that we have on the team, they're not bust necessarily. A lot of the players that we have on the team now are good. All right, so how does one really go about finding a bust? I essentially think we're just gonna go after everybody that's interested, first interest, and just pray that one of them is actually not good. First one is a bust. Sean Schaffer, no way. The bad thing is, you know they're going down a lot overall. They have to go down, I think, a minimum of 5 to be labeled a bust. Feel like that's not gonna cut it. The worst is when they go, okay, Kyle Murray. He's actually pretty good. Decent speed, well, he's not good, but he has decent speed, decent excel, so we're off to a hot start here. It's crazy because whenever I do a normal rebuild, which I haven't done in a long time, all I do get is bust. And now that I'm after bust, watch the game mess me around and I won't get any of it. That's a gem. That is the opposite. Glenn Dunbar, how could you do this to me? See, we could have snagged Anthony Watson, but he only goes down 4 overall. The way I see this going is if we can't get enough players by the end of the season, that's what I'm worried about, is we're not gonna find enough players to fill a team, especially since we're cutting the team. You know what? I'm gonna level with you guys. I don't think we're gonna win a national championship. There we go, Bobby Woods. We got our first offensive lineman. I'm also trying to figure out if there's any patterns that come across, because sometimes the best players in the class do turn out to be busts as well. Like if you're a 47 overall, you're probably gonna go up. Even if you were a bust, you're probably not worth it. All right, we have our 3 starting off players. Let's start by picking up 10 of the top players. Can a kicker be a bust? You know what, let's find out. You know what, let's just fill it up with all the best players and surely one of them is gonna be a bust. All right, so you guys are my special players. You guys are me genuine busts, especially you, Bobby Woods. Kicker was a gem. Ah, dude, that's the opposite of what we want. 6 overall. Wait, is that within our limits? He went down 7 overall, he went down 5. And he went down 6. But what classifies a bust though? Because that guy went down 5. You know what? I think going down 4 overall is not good enough. But if you go down 5 overall, or 6 even, like our guy Andy Handy here. What a name, by the way, Andy Handy. I will be offering you a scholarship. Okay, so now that I understand how it works, the rules are if you drop down 5+, I can pick you up. Oh, I just feel like, oh, there we go, Andrew Boyd. See, he only went down 5. The other guy went down 6. On the plus side, I don't see other teams going after these bust players. So I think once we locate them or find them, oh, that would have been a good pickup. Josh Gaston went down 5 overall. Okay, you know what? We will take that. I'm hoping that no other teams, once they realize they're a bust, will compete for our players. See, I don't think we're gonna be able to get Andrew Boyd. Our bonus is so bad that I don't think it's gonna be possible. There is a chance for Gaston though, a very small chance, but that's all we kind of need. I don't really like resorting to low-lock cheese in rebuilds as much as you would probably think. This is already hard enough trying to just find the players to begin with. Low-lock cheese low-key gonna be our biggest weapon here. Yes, Lee Sullivan, yes sir, okay. This is good. I need a quarterback though. He went down 4, that's not good enough. 10 overall. Wow, he's a mega bust. You're my favorite. Another bust, Shane Samuel. Oh, Nate Morris is another bust. I'm starting to think that low-lock cheese is genuinely the glitch. Because think about it, you would be on the low-lock cheese list if nobody else went after you. And why aren't they going after you? You get what I'm saying? I'm just spending so many points scouting players. Okay, Eric Bird, we got him. Damn, we are so close. Like a lot of these guys are going down overall. I think I might have to come back next week. I'm out of points. Please stop going after Andrew Boyd. Like that's my player. Oh, Greg Finley's such a goon too. So is Jeff Taylor. The one rebuild where I'm going after selected busts and all I find is gems. But if this were a regular rebuild, everybody would be a bust. Not to mention trying to win games like, bro. Nice, we got 2 of them. See, like 68, the minimum that he can be is a 63. So I kind of want players at least in the 70s. Hey, 74 overall. That's really, really good. And your low lock. Hey, 76. I mean, he's a JUCO, but I will take it. I don't know if JUCOs can go down overall. All right, give me some good news here. Okay, that's not good news. Ron Edwards is going up. What is with these players and going up overall? Come on, give me something, anything. This is what I mean. This might be too difficult. This might be a lost cause. I'm just wasting my points player by player. I hate it. Not one of the players we just found was a freaking bust. Okay, what's going on with the guys up here? Lee Sullivan. Okay, we're gaining there. Are we going to be able to get these two guys? Because they're the best players I've found. We're gaining on Gaston. And we are gaining on Boyd. Probably the only win we're going to get for a while because we're cutting everybody. When I said that this team would be made of bust, I meant it. Like, look at this. The #1 guy in the nation just sitting there at 17% lock. I have this weird feeling that a lot of the 2-star players are bust as well. So let's go ahead and test out that theory since I don't think I'm going to find anybody else. Hey, that was a -3. That was a -4. We were so close to finding another player. Okay, he went up overall. These are the 2-stars and they seem to be going up. All of them are going up. I don't even have enough points. Finally, he's 50 overall, but I'm just glad we found somebody, man. The sad reality of this rebuild is that I can't go any further than this. I have managed to find 12 players. I'm sure there's a lot more scattered throughout the class. First of all, we need them to be low lock. You know what I mean? If they're 50% locked and I can't get them, bust or not, there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, there goes 3 more signings. Wait, one of them was a 5-star prospect? Hold on a second, who? Andy Handy was a 5-star player, the #1 ranked running back. Hold on a second, we might be towards the top of the recruiting class. A lot of these guys are 4-star players. We're gonna use our skill point to go into letter of intent. Hopefully if those 2 guys are still there in recruiting week, we can put some extra points into them. Players leaving, don't really care, you're all cut anyway. You might as well graduate. I had a feeling this was gonna happen when I sat down today and I said, I'm gonna record the bust only rebuild. I don't feel like any of these guys are bust, especially not Shaz Preston. All right, nice. So it looks like we signed everybody that we wanted. That's great. And our 2 guys are still here. We're behind pretty far in the battle. Why do you need him, Kansas State? Why do you need him? I'm doing this for a reason. Oh my goodness, we got both of them. I guess we had 2 5-stars, but the 5-star quality was obviously terrible. We are up to a 2-star prestige. Yes, so Gaston, Boyd, and Andy Handy were all 5-stars. We did pick up a couple of 4-stars. Imagine the first day of practice and coach just says to everybody, Wendell, you're being converted to a punter. Don't worry, you'll have plenty of help because all of you are punters. So this is how it just has to be, you know what I mean? Hopefully these guys don't go ahead and transfer because that would be the worst possible thing. But it is time for another year. Let's see if we can find these busts. All right, so we got a nice little mixed bag here. Half of the players are players interested in us. The rest, as you know, we missed out by 1 overall. The rest are the best players in the nation. This is what I mean though. If we, okay, there we go. At least we got a tight end. Brian Johnson, so many gems. Like, it's so ridiculous how easy it is to find gems when you aren't looking for them. You know what's glitchy though? This guy was an 84 overall. Even if he went down to a 79 overall, we would have been able to get him. I guess we'll go after the subsequent 20 after that, you know, just the next best 20 players or as many as I can freaking fit. Adam Lowry, okay, that's a 72 quarterback, beautiful. This is insane. I've never seen anything like this before. So many gems. Okay, Aaron Smith, we got another tight end. Otis sounds like a player. Look at this, Craig McFarland is 81 overall, insane running back. And then we followed up with another gem. This guy's an insane quarterback. He could win multiple Heismans if I had him on my team. Starting to get dizzy. I'm starting to put people back on the board that we've already scouted. Because what happens is as soon as we cut all the players, I just go immediately back the first 2 weeks and find the next group of players. It is very time consuming and very confusing, but we will eventually come across a player like Jonathan Hancock. Oh my goodness, we got Tom. We're getting fired. +8. Of course, you're a +8 overall. -11, but you're a quarterback. We already have so many quarterbacks. That is the least of our worries. But this class is not looking as flash hot as the other one. We have 170 overall, and that guy is a quarterback. At least we have 2 tight ends. We have 2 quarterbacks, 2 offensive linemen. There is like no diversity here at all. So there's a little bit of an issue. I've gone through every single good player, as well as everybody that is low lock from 14% to 22%. We did just manage to find Jason Brooks, which was kind of clutch in all honesty. There goes Julius Sherman, so we got another gem to add to the board. Well, not a gem, a bust. That's what red means. Hey, Marcus Mansfield, I will take it. It's a defensive end. What I'm essentially trying to say is this is every single bust that was available to us in this class. 9 players. I did about 80 of the best players in the nation, and I did every low lock player from 14% to 22%. I'm going to assume that everybody here is already in the bag in terms of recruiting them. I don't think anybody is really going to be going out of their way to sign these guys. We haven't scored a point this year, by the way. What's the difference between this UTEP team and a toothpick? A toothpick has 2 points. I know. I'll be here all week. So we did end up signing everybody but Adam Lowry, who was the quarterback who signed in Northwestern. We went 0-12. Wow, we scored 3 points in the entire season on offense. Our quarterback had 722 yards, 0 touchdowns, 18 picks. Running back averaged 2.4, longest rusher 13. Receivers didn't do anything. Offensive line surprisingly did well. And defensively, I mean, these are walk-ons and they got a lot of sacks, a lot of TFLs. Like, defense kind of did their thing. How did we not get fired? So despite that being a terrible year, we signed the 24th best class in the nation. We're at 21 overall. So after doing our position changes, our team doesn't look nowhere near as bad as it does, despite having all the busts. Josh Gaston goes up to a 79 overall, Andy Handy up to a 76. We might have had a really bad season just then, but we're about to go from 21 overall and take massive leaps heading into season 3. We're going to be going with the same approach as before. Obviously, everybody who redshirted last year gets to play this year, but we need these players to be as good as possible by their senior season. So everybody that we just signed will be getting redshirted. Everybody that is worth getting redshirted, I should point out. Yeah, we're back down to 3 stars as our top interest. We must be low on cornerbacks, because check that out. There's about 1,000,001 cornerbacks here. We're only missing 1 O-lineman, and that's our right tackle. We can't go after JUCOs either. Hey, that's a -4. We can't take that. Bruh. Chris Cummings. Okay, so this was I want to say the 5th best player in the nation, was a 79 overall. Drops down to 69. That was our last bit of points too. So if he wasn't a bust, our first 20 players that we scouted, none of them were going to be a bust. Don't ask me how, but Zach Moore made the all NCAA first team at 52 overall. I mean, we're 50 overall now, but we more than doubled our overall in 1 season, and we got the other recruits coming in next year as well after their redshirt season. Even if we made the rules where it was -3 counted as a gem, we would be winning a natty, no doubts about it. I've scouted 35 people and 1 of them was a bust. Okay, I just added 34 people to the board. There is no shot that no one of these guys is a bust. It has to be impossible. Hey, Jason Lewis, and he's actually got a bit of speed to him as well. 92 speed, 87 excel. He will be a very valuable quarterback for years to come. Well, that's gonna be it though. We only managed to find 2 players out of the top 100. I think my game froze. That is so weird. That is the first time my game has ever frozen. All right, please, low lock cheese. We have so many good stud looking players here. 77 overall fullback. He has to be a bust, bro. Fullbacks always go down. Watching this rebuild though, watch him go up. Okay, this is our best shot at finding bust. This is the best players in the nation for low lock cheese. We're starting off with Lamar. We already got our first bust. We're up to 3 players now. Oh, the fullback went down 4. Oh, he was so close to being a bust. The running back, bro, everybody is going down 4 overall, which makes them ineligible. Even an athlete would be super nice, just for a little bit of diversity, I guess. We can change them around where we need them to be. Okay, we got another one, Marcus Alexander. So we are currently sitting on 4 players in season 3. I'll give it another crack. I'll drop the standards a little bit, kind of just go after the best talent available well, not best talent available, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, so we're gonna start off this scouting with Clint Richardson. He's an 83 overall JUCO. The reason I'm starting off with him is because he has to go down overall. He might still be a high overall, but please -5.
Nope.
-2. Nobody. Literally nobody. So does that mean the other years that we were getting lucky? Because we're going to have to finish this season with 4 players, no shit. You know how I know I've been going crazy with the recruiting? We are at the beginning of season 3 and I am 2 hours into recording right now. Like, bros, I'm trying my best here. I just can't find anybody. I don't really think I need to do anything. These guys are all going to commit regardless. So season 3 is looking to be our worst class yet by far. I mean, this should have happened years ago, to be fair. We have no players leaving because we have no seniors. So we did sign our 3 players. The only person left is Chris Cummings. We're gonna go 10K into him. There's nothing else we can do anyway. We did manage to get ourselves a 5-star player who was Chris Cummings. You'll notice that there are 7 total people signed, and that's because the CPU will sign some absolute crappers just to round out your class. So we finally have our first 80 overall in Josh Gaston. He's only a sophomore, by the way. Andy Handy is now an 81. Small strides, our quarterback is up to a 77. Surprisingly not bad considering the extreme circumstances we have to recruit under. I want to point out that Andy Handy has 98 speed, 90 excel. The same thing as before, all of our freshmen will be redshirted. This will be a recurring theme, so I'm going to stop showing the redshirting. And here we go, starting the ridiculous process all over again. At least there seems to be some high 60s this year. I've given up on second interest. I'm just going after 20 of the best players who are interested in us in hopes that we can find somebody. And then after that, just filling the board up with these best players. We have 35 chances at finding a bust. Oh man, we were close with Adam Sherman. So with our first 20 players, not one. And these are all first interest players too. Such a shame, we could have snagged them up so effortlessly. So no all NCAA first team players, but we did have 5 on the all CUSA team. We go up to a 63 overall, which means that we are currently on par with FCS. Down 3 overall. Dude, just go down 5. Roger Cooper would have been an amazing pickup for us. And I'm getting kind of desperate because right now we have nobody. I don't know what it is. I just cannot find busts anymore. All right, here we go again. I'll add the next 35 best players. They're all such high overall. I mean, some of them have to go down, surely. Okay, Justin Fuller, we found our best one. 96 speed as well, 82 carrying. This could very easily become a transition to running back. A lot of -2s, a lot of -3s. We got our first -4 in David Johnson. Another -4. All right, so there goes 34 more players, and we're only on week 1. We have not even cracked low lock cheese yet. We already got our boy Justin Fuller, who I'm actually really happy with. He has great route running too. Can play a little bit of returner. Mario Moore, 72 overall quarterback. So we already found ourselves our second player. Fantastic. Not bad though. A 5-star and a 4-star player. Their overalls just don't reflect that. We lost by 3. Oh my goodness. Next year though, we should start winning these games against FCS. We're also in that weird part of the rebuild in year 4 where you start seeing the CUSA teams be 90 plus overall. All right, I need luck to be on our side. Look at this guy, 79 overall, 6'3" athlete, 15% lock. Can't get him. Man, pretty weak class. Even 17% lock only has 1 player. That's a 4-star. Straight away getting a 7+ overall gem. This guy's a 9+ overall gem. Why couldn't this just be a regular rebuild? I keep saying that over and over again, but it's incredibly frustrating because I can see the NCAA gods laughing at me right now. Okay, Dan Barnes, awful acceleration, but 91 speed, 92 carrying. That'd be a good backup running back. I'm a little bit worried right now because I just cleared out the 19% lock, and that's what we're scouting right now. We only have the 20% after that, and then we're kind of screwed. It's looking like it's going to be another really weak class. Hey, Vernon Goodman, that's a -7. We like to see that. John Murray, okay, there goes another one. Ooh, okay, Patrick Alexander, only a 59. Adam Butler. We have a lot of tight ends. I don't think we need to even commit tight ends because we have so many already. Kind of like the quarterback situation. There are just some positions in this game that go down a lot more than others. Okay, Adam Stallings, we got ourselves another running back, another quarterback in Ryan Johnson. We'll take that. Dang it, Sean Stewart went up overall. He looked like a beast. I mean, he was super tall, had great speed to him. So not bad. We really went all out this year. A little bit further than I went before, but we have 10 players that are boss. Oh, it's a beautiful sight, isn't it? So in that season, Nate Morris as a 78 overall had 14 touchdowns, 16 picks, 2,000 yards though, which is a monumental leap for our team. Andy Handy with 861 and 8 touchdowns. We had our first receiver get close to 1,000. That was Aaron Smith. Blocking was somewhat decent, reliable. And would you look at Andrew Boyd, 12 sacks in that season, just insane numbers from our defense. What is with the transfer requests in this rebuild? I'm getting everybody. We have 2 players left. Adam Butler, I'm not too fussed about, but Justin Fuller. This is the guy we had right from the beginning, 96 speed, 75 excel, 82 carrying. We'll make a great running back. And there we go, committed just like that. So we managed to get the 77th best class, including our 5-star player in Fuller. I wish we got the other quarterback, but Johnson will have to do. So entering our junior season, we're gonna have a 90 overall. That was a bust. Josh Gaston goes up to 86. We got Handy, who's an 85. Quarterback's up to an 83. Call me crazy, but I could see us winning some games this year. I like how we have team needs. The problem is I can't really do anything about having team needs because I can't get who I want. The game's probably thinking, why isn't he signing these cornerbacks that we're giving him? Because I can't get him, bro. Chill. Like, this is not good. I'm losing brain cells every season that goes by. I don't even know what season we're in anymore. Okay, that's 26 players that are interested in our school. Now, please, I have not been very lucky with this to date, but we do have 9 of the top 10 players in the nation. Surely one of them has to go down because that's what we need. Very unlucky with the cornerbacks. The game, again, is just giving us these decent quarterbacks going up +8 and stuff. We finally get our first player in Jeff Rhodes, another offensive lineman, -4, and that was a cornerback as well, man. Dude, I really need cornerbacks. Like, our secondary, other than free safety, is so weak. We have a walk-on still playing strong safety, so if I could get any cornerback, I would insta-swap him over there. Our right end, Andrew Boyd, the guy who got about 12 sacks last year, made the All-NCAA second team. No surprises there. And finally, it took forever, but we are not the worst team in the game anymore. We significantly outreach FCS teams. All right, Jeff, you're getting a Scully and 700. Now, with the rest of these blokes, oh, we had a -4 at punter. That would have been sick. Oh, Adam Rogers. Oh, this guy was a 79 overall. Okay, this is perfect. So he's a wide receiver and a running back. That's not bad. That's our first decently good player in a while. Come on, carry the momentum. Come on, yes! Marvin Nitz. I mean, he's a tight end. The problem is these guys aren't low lock players though, and they're the best in the nation. So it is still going to be pretty difficult to try and sign these guys. I'm going all in, bro. 2 top 10 players in the nation? Oh, bro, I'm going crazy. All right, so we got 3 to start out. Not going to tempt fate. We're just going to go straight to low lock and try and add to this. We are going to lose to FCS by 3 though, which I don't really get because we're significantly better. Whilst our team might be way better, I just feel like there's positions on the team like strong safety that just let us down too much. Okay, we're down into the 17%, and I've found so many players already. Like, this is going really well. There's a couple of quarterbacks that I'm not really that keen on. Hey, Leon goes down 4. That's not what we need. Wow, Dave Green's an 81. Imagine if we allowed ourselves to get 1 gem per year. This team would be so different, but that wouldn't really be fun. There goes an outside linebacker down 4. Another defensive end that goes up 8. Like, bro, you kidding me? Okay, Alan Hicks. We desperately need middle linebackers, and we just found one. Okay, we got another quarterback. It's crazy. Quarterback is so effortless to get these days. But nonetheless, 700 on both of them and scholarships. Ooh, Cameron Ratliff. All right, bet. Still a lot of players to go. Javon Woods, we hit again. That's another position we really don't need. The one thing that I am noticing, and the one thing that I've taken away so far, is that some positions, it's impossible to find buzz, and other positions, it is so easy to find gems. Like cornerback. We lost by 3 to Coastal. We're on the come up, I'm telling you. I mean, look, maybe you guys have been keeping tally because you guys are getting a much more condensed version of it. But how many bust cornerbacks have we even found? Because right now I'm thinking it's 0. O-lineman is super easy to find bust as well, but I imagine that's because there's just so many O-linemen. Then again, we've found a million linebackers and only like one of them has been a bust too. 20 percentile gonna let us down. Not bad though. Marvin Nance is there. Adam Rogers is there. The only problem with Marvin Nance is that we're dropping down so far. Like, I don't think we're going to be in this battle. All right, so we got 4 of the 6. We really want to try and get this 5-star Adam Rogers. No way. Not Justin Fuller. No way, bro. He was like my favorite player on the team, and he's just going to leave like that? For what? So I'm going to allow myself to get Curtis Scott and Rob Lowe because they're under 60 overall. Ryan Thompson, on the other hand, is a 6'5" right guard. He is exactly 70 overall. We will not be signing him. Our quarterback, who's now entering his senior season, put up 2,700 yards, 22 touchdowns, and 6 picks. So it is possible to get a 90 overall recruiting bust. Our running back, Andy Handy, entering his senior season, put up 1,000 yards. On the receiving end, Shane Samuel got close to 1,000 yards, but no cigar. Aaron Smith, who's only a junior, put up 844. The team, as we know it, is starting to come together. So we signed the 116th best class. Our overall is starting to come together. We signed 5 3-stars and only 1 5-star, which was the athlete. And there we go. Nate Morris is up to a 91 overall, 99 awareness. Our safety is up to 90 overall. Andy's up to 90 as well. Our backup running back is an 87. The only problem is everybody is a senior. So we're going to start losing our first batch of players. So the plan is, I'm hoping that we're good enough. Okay, we start off with a bust. I'm hoping that we are good enough this season to be able to go up to a 2-star prestige. Like, we have a 90 at quarterback, a 90 at running back, a 90 at safety. We definitely have the team to probably go 7-5, maybe even get a bowl game potentially. What I'm trying to say though is there's only such limited things I can do being a 1-star school. We really got to start elevating to prestige 2, 3, and from there on out. Every fullback is going up overall, bro. We found 2 gems and all 4 of them went off. That is so ass, bro. That should not be happening. There is a lot of 5-stars in this class. I don't remember the last time I saw this many 5-stars on a single class. Or am I just tripping? But it definitely feels like there's a lot more. Another 80. Ooh, Jeremy Scott. Yes, sir. I guess you're like a safety cornerback. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. That's exactly what I need, in fact. By the way, this is the second Michael Jackson that I've seen in this rebuild, and both of them have been 80 overall. The various Manning, that's, oh my goodness, how many freaking 80 overalls are there? What am I looking at, bro? It is so rare to stumble across an 82 quarterback, but here we are. My game froze again. By the way, I just want to clarify that my game has never crashed before. The second time in this rebuild. Anyway, we come in 79 overall with an 84 offense. Hopefully that's going to be good enough to win 6 games as we beat FCS. There is a lot of solid players here that I have not scouted. Oh, no, it's Raps. Okay, please, 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 come on. Oh, there we go. Eric Gibson. I mean, he's 58. I shouldn't be getting too hyped. 58 kind of trash though, you know? Okay, Brian Harper. Offensive linemen are always a necessity. So it seems like every base player we get starts off around 60 overall. So majority of the players that we are signing are going to end up around an 85 overall, give or take. We did manage to find some decent players there, nothing too crazy. We only have 19 and 20% lock left though. I don't even think we need O-linemen, to be honest. I think we do need 1 tackle, to be fair. Eddie Peterson. This is what I mean though. It's starting to become very obvious that it's more so the same position. It's defensive end, DT, tight end, offensive line, things like that. But things like cornerback just seem to be impossible to find. There goes Travis Beverly, another guard, of course. Guess we'll start out with the O-lineman. We already got Jeremy Scott. We'll take Travis. Wow, we beat Coastal. Progress, progress, progress. We're only in what? We are in season 6, and finally we are starting to win games. All right, nonetheless, we've done everything that we can. Everybody's got a Scully. Everybody's got 700. Computer can do the visits. I don't necessarily mind. Let's just hope that we can sign all these guys, especially Jeremy Scott. It looks like we're gaining on him. He's not really good at anything, though. He's definitely not a running back. So this makes me think that maybe he's a cornerback, but just a really bad corner, which is good because we really need a safety. We even beat Wake Forest and they were ranked. And there we go. We got everybody. We also finished with an 8-4 record, which will definitely buff us up to a 2-star prestige. Morris was 3rd in the nation in passing yards with 3,300 yards, 33 touchdowns, and 3 picks. Andy Handy had 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns. Shane Samuel went off for 1,500 yards. Aaron Smith, who will be around next year, had 1,000 yards. And defensively, what are we looking like? 6.5 sacks for Andrew Boyd. Marcus Smith, who's only a sophomore, had 5.5 sacks. Quite a few picks there as well. Gaston doing his thing out there. We even won our bowl game. Unfortunately for us, though, that is where most of our players are going to leave. Morris going in the 7th round, Gaston in the 5th. Other than that, there doesn't seem to be a lot of really high-profile players leaving. There's a couple of 70s in there, a high 80 in Wesley Starks. Of course, Andy Handy is a 90. And look at the improvement from 7 passing touchdowns and 10 picks to being 3rd in the nation in passing yards. So we are up to a 2-star prestige, and we signed the 98th best class. No 90s on this team, but we do have 2 really stud tight ends. We also have a center, a left end. Our quarterback is going to be 79 overall, so expect us to not do as well. So I think that it's time to start being realistic with this rebuild. A national championship is going to be too hard to achieve, but can we win at least a conference championship? That is my goal. Now that we are a 2-star prestige, we are seeing the talent fluctuate. A lot better talent here. Our cornerbacks are too weak. Our safeties are too weak. Our quarterback and running back aren't great either. It's just gonna be too much of an uphill battle, I think. Still am unable to find a singular cornerback that will go down overall, bro. Like, it's crazy. I've probably scouted close to 100 cornerbacks and I have not found one. Not a single one. Yeah, we dropped down. We went from a 79 to a 74. Not good. Marcus Haas, again, it's yet again another tight end. Another tight end in Brad Walker too. It's just, don't get it twisted. I have learned a lot about the game today. There's just some positions that the game will not let you get as bust. There we go again. Another perfect example, Justin Randolph. He's going to be a DT, and what was one of the 4 positions I said where it's so easy to find bust? DT, bro. We would already be a 99 overall. We would have been a 99 overall with the players that I'm seeing right here. Again, defensive end, quarterback. Yeah, okay. We need this to be an absolute slapper of low-lock cheese. I want to reiterate, never seen so many gems in my life, mate. Here we go. Of course, it's going to be another quarterback. Okay, we got a running back here in Dominic Turner. Dang, man, nobody, not a single player. Probably because I went after positions that we needed, opposed to ones that we already have. Wow, we surprisingly beat Coastal again. Okay, so there is hope. We just need to be a 3-star prestige by the end of this season. All right, we got everybody but Brad Walker, but it's starting to become 5 and 7. That is not good enough to get it done. I think our target to win per year is only 5? So our quarterback who only played for the single year had 2,800 yards, 24 touchdowns, 13 picks. Gushman had about 1,200. Receiving end is where we shine, but everybody here is a senior. On the blocking end, pretty decent as always, and Marcus Smith, who's only a junior, had 8.5 sacks. This 49 overall is transferring. Just go, bro. Like, seriously, I don't even have the mental capacity to care at all. So compared to that first year, we don't seem to be doing that well. We only signed 6 people again. We remain a 2-star prestige, but fellas, I gotta say, I think we're only getting worse in terms of overall. You know what? I think we will play until Ryan Johnson leaves. Cornerback is just awful. It's just, this is what I mean though. You can get quarterbacks, running backs, receivers, tight ends, DTs, and defensive ends. And that's literally where it ends. You cannot sign cornerbacks. It is impossible. Cornerbacks do not go down overall, 56 overall, and we have a 72 at strong safety. The biggest problem that I'm gauging from this rebuild is like, you can have this position stacked for 4 years. And then as soon as they leave and they're crap, this position stacked. Chris Cummings, though, the 5-star tight end that we signed a couple years back, he is now a 90 overall. Ryan Johnson is up to an 84. Man, we only have this year and next year to ball out. If we can manage to have a really, really good class, then I would consider continuing. But if it's just another 5-6 person class, then I deem this impossible. No way. Okay, it only took, what, 8-9 years, but we finally found our first freaking cornerback that goes down overall. I feel like I just found a shiny Pokemon. That's how rare it is. That's another thing, is whenever I normally scout like the top 20 players or something like that, I get hella busts. I get like 3 or 4, and then all of a sudden I don't. Maybe I've just been tripping. Maybe, I don't know. Like, I'm not even taking into account that he is a 50-something overall. It's just because we need it so freaking bad, man. -3 there, another -3. Okay, we got another -9, but it's a freaking tight end. Not even the schedule wants us to be successful. What kind of first game of the season is this? Okay, Matt Peebles, he's gonna be another offensive lineman. Nice, another quarterback. That will not make a difference. That is gonna be it. We managed to find a grand total of 5 people. One of them being a cornerback, though. We go with a poor 4-8 record. Ryan Johnson gonna put up 3,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 7 picks. So he is playing fantastic as a junior. Gushwin is gonna unfortunately leave us, but we do have Adam Stallings backing him up. Ryan Johnson also scrambling for 310 yards. On the receiving end, Jason Lewis gonna be leaving us. Chris Cummings gonna be leaving, but we do have 80 overall Aaron Rodgers as well as Dan Barnes. Defensively, again, there is a lot of seniors, but the leader in sacks is actually John Murray, our junior left end. Wow, our team is, I mean, it's terrible. It's absolutely awful. We have absolutely no linebackers. Willie Carter probably won't even start, to be honest. Safety, we have 60 overalls. I mean, our only hope is this strong safety. Hamilton would start, but he's a transfer, so he can't play. We're gonna have Jesse Arnold out there. So, Ryan Johnson up to a 92. Our best player in this rebuild is Ryan Johnson. We also have a solid running back in Adam Stallings. He has a target in Adam Rodgers. We have a Jeremy Scott 80 overall safety. We have a decent kicker. This is probably not the best team that we've put out there, but it's the best chance we got, dang it. Pretty solid, not bad at all. So we're gonna come in 74 overall, not very good. Our defense is absolutely abysmal, but can our offense carry? This is what I mean, man. Just cannot find cornerbacks, things like that. We got Ball State, Coastal, Old Dominion, and then conference play. This is it, fellas. Can Ryan Johnson lead us to the promised land? I think our defense is just too bad. We go 7-5, no conference championship. I don't even think we get a bowl game. Oh, I was gonna play the bowl game, bruh. So Ryan Johnson, it came away with 3,400 yards, 39 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Not a bad senior season. On the rushing end, Adam Stallings balled out. He had 1,200 yards and 12 touchdowns with a 6 average. On the receiving end, Adam Rodgers balled out. He had 1,700 yards as a receiver. This team had a lot of heart, but ultimately it was that 63 overall defense that let us down. We had no cornerbacks, quite literally no linebackers either. So no matter how you look at it, offense did their thing and we probably would have won every game had we just had like a 75 defense. But fellas, I am going to officially rule this rebuild as impossible. There are just some positions you cannot get, cornerback being one of them. The quality of player is obviously very, very bad, and I feel like you would need an insane amount of luck just to be able to put together a semi-decent team. We tried for what, 9 years? In 9 years, the best record we had was 9-4. Normally, we celebrate with a win, etc. We break all the boundaries, but today is just not like that though. But if you made it this far into the video, you are the real MVP. Hope the rest of your day is awesome, and from me personally, I'm out. Peace.
Sometimes I wonder, can I breathe right underwater? Sometimes I wonder, can I speak in outer space? Sometimes I wonder, can I call upon the thunder? Sometimes I wonder,